Hello, everyone. My guest today is Michael Farber. He's a sales professional with over 18 years of experience. Tired of losing so many valuable opportunities to the no decision outcome, he decided to bootstrap his own company, going 3 years without a paycheck. His application enables salespeople to easily build financial business cases. All right, Michael, are you ready to take us to the top?
I am. Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Good, man. Thanks for joining. So what's the name of the company and how do you make money?
The name of the company is the ROI Shop. ROI meaning return on investment. A lot of people hear the acronym ROI, but they really don't know where to start or how to even begin creating one. So what I've done is developed a very interactive, easy to use ROI tool for salespeople to use during the sales cycle to help sell their product or solution. Because a company ends up making a purchasing decision for two main reasons. One, it's going to make them money. Two, it's going to save them money. But 95% of reps fail to have those kind of financial conversations because they really don't know how to.
Mm-hmm. So is this a SaaS product or like a consulting tool?
No, it's a SaaS product.
Okay, got it. What's the average customer pay per month for access?
We have two prices. There's a one-time setup fee. So that's the implementation, building the ROI calculator, learning about your product and setting up the questions your reps could ask. And then there's an annual subscription fee. And it's really priced on per user per month.
Okay. Again, so what's the average kind of logo pay per year, would you say?
I'd say roughly between 7 to 15,000. Now we do have others that pay 70,000. Those are our largest, and we have some companies just paying 2 or 3,000.
And just to be clear, that does not include the one-time setup fee, correct?
Correct.
Okay, got it. So call it a $7,000 per year average, or about $580 per month, just for the SaaS software side of stuff. And then there's a setup fee on top of that to help with your cash flow.
Correct.
That's great. When did you launch the company? What year?
December of 2012.
2012. And why launch the company at that time?
All right. So the background is, I was a sales professional, as you mentioned. I worked for a company called Concur Technologies. It was about my second or third year there. They invited us out for SKO. It was the second day, so everybody was naturally.
What's SKO?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sales kickoff.
Got it.
So a company sales kickoff meeting. Sorry, I'll stop with the acronyms. And it was day 2 and everybody was still a little hungover. You know how those things go when everybody gets together. And the company who I worked for was Concur Technologies. So during the sales kickoff breakout session, they hired a guy to build an Excel version of an ROI tool that they wanted to introduce to everybody. It was anybody who's ever used a company built ROI tool know exactly what I'm talking about. It's an Excel spreadsheet with about 10 tabs at the bottom. So overwhelmingly confusing, you couldn't believe it. So anyway, everybody kind of zoned out during the SKO training. About 2 months after the training, I was working with a company called Bacardi USA out in Miami, Florida, working with a controller named Warren. And he's like, Mike, I got to tell you, you want to move forward with your solution, but we do need a business case. So I'm like, oh, shoot, we have one of those, Warren. Let me see if I could dig it up. So after about a couple hours of looking for it and sending out emails, I received the template that was sent to us. And it probably took about 2 or 3 days for me to really start figuring it out. Anyway, long story short, I went down to Florida. I'm sitting down with Warren. We're building the business case together. It was a little clunky, but we got through it. And at the end of the day, he goes, Mike, I got to tell you, this is one of the better ROI tools I've used. And I'm like, all right, I'm no schmuck. I'm going to start using this in each and every deal. Not that I liked it because I'm not really that good of a numbers guy. I said, this could be a good competitive advantage. So probably within 4 or 5 times of using it on different prospects, it completely changed the way I sold. And I realized there was a huge void in the marketplace. So I soon set out and started my own company.
And what have you scaled to today in terms of total customers on it?
We got about 50 customers on it today.
Okay. So 50 customers, and are most of these like past clients you've worked with, or how'd you get them?
Cold calling, LinkedIn messages, pounding the streets, you name it. I tried to do it.
So 50 customers paying, call it $7,000 per year on average. That puts you at about what, 30 grand per month in revenue. Is that about right?
It could be, around there.
Yeah. And what does growth look like? So a year ago, how much were you doing per month?
Probably 70% of that.
Okay. So call it 22, 23, something like that. Yeah. That's good. And most of the growth, has it come from expanding accounts or landing new accounts altogether?
Landing new accounts and expansion. I don't know if you're aware of this, but probably a software salesperson stays at a job between 18 and 20 months, and then they move on. So where we're really starting to see growth is reps that have used our tool and then move on to a different company and say, hey, we really need to look into this solution. So it's a lot of word of mouth for the reps who embraced it, really have a tough time living without it.
And have you bootstrapped or raised capital?
Bootstrapped everything.
Love that. That's great. And what about churn? What's your churn look like?
We have probably about a 10% churn.
Okay. That's logo churn or revenue churn?
Logo.
Per month?
No, annually.
Okay. Logo churn annually. That's okay. Yeah. So that's not that bad. What's making the product so sticky? What are people coming back and doing every single month?
As soon as a rep and salespeople are very difficult to change and try anything new. They do things the way they've always been doing it, unless it's a mandate. Some reps just like to stick along the same path. But the reps who have embraced it, once they start using it once and get the feedback of the prospect and see how they interact with the prospect and understand how they can get more discovery out of it, and see the prospect saying, wow, this is a really neat tool. I've never seen this before. They will use it over and over again, just like I embrace the Excel model.
Very good. And when you're landing these new customers, you're pounding the pavement, it sounds like. So you got to obviously factor your time in. What's fully weighted CAC?
I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah. You don't do any direct paid stuff. It's all just your time?
Yes, yeah. Exactly.
Well, how many new customers will you close in a month on average?
That's a great question. I could probably close 3 or 4 customers a month. Where we are as a company is we're backlogged on implementation. So we're looking to hire other developers. So it's kind of fill up the pipeline. I personally help implement them. I have more customer success time that I'm spending, so less time for selling. But, it's find the customers, close them, implement them, get them up and running, then find customers again. So literally bandwidth is our issue. And that's what we're working on now.
And what's your team size today?
2.5 people.
God. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. So it's just you and then a developer?
Me, my business partner, who's a developer, and then we have a guy who does part-time work nights and weekends because he has a full-time job.
And where are you guys based? Remote?
Yes, in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. So everyone's in Atlanta.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. Very good. All right. So how do you scale this? I mean, how do you get to $100,000 a month?
Working on building our development team so we could implement much faster. Hire an additional person just for customer success so they could take that, hire somebody specifically for implementations, and then, of course, another salesperson.
Yeah, that makes good sense. A lot of work. It sounds like you have healthy growth. Let's wrap up here, though, with the famous 5. Number 1, Michael, what's your favorite business book?
I like The Challenger, the sales methodology Challenger. I like Sandler. The Energy Bus, it's just about positive thinking and overcoming negativity, which I think is probably the most important thing for any entrepreneur or anybody in sales.
It's called The Energy Bus?
The Energy Bus, yes.
I love that. Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
I guess Elon Musk is one that I'm following.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building a business besides your own?
I couldn't have found all the leads without LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn every day, finding contacts and emailing them and doing whatever I can.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep are you getting every day?
Probably about 7. I'm doing all right.
Oh, yeah, that's good. And what's your situation? Married, single, kiddos?
Married, no kids.
0. Okay. And how old are you?
I am 46.
46. Last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
My 20-year-old self, where I screwed up a little bit, I was terrible financially. I ran up my credit cards. My credit was god awful. But to be honest, I overcame it. And that's probably what gave me the ability throughout my sales career to stash money away so I could bootstrap a company. So I don't know if I would have corrected it, because if I didn't screw up so bad, I don't think I would have been so good at it later in life.
Be smarter financially. There you guys have it. Coming from Michael again, the ROI shop. Launched it back in 2012. Today, about 50 customers paying, call it $500, $600 a month. So 29, 30 grand per month in revenue today. That's up about 20, 30% year over year. So doing about 23K per month just a year ago. 10% logo churn annually. So healthy stacking going on. Just 2 people right now, full time, based down there in Atlanta. Michael, thank you for taking us to the top.
You got it. Thank you.